So, I was sitting here getting ready for church and trying to figure out how to work the focus on my camera, and was trying to think of what the next best thing to show you guys would be. And I decided that the easiest thing to show right now that is not connected to my camera, because it's hard to film something on my camera with my camera, would be my shoulder rig, which I haven't used a ton so far, but we used in the boxing video and it worked pretty well. If you've tried to do video stuff with your average iPhone or personal video recorder, you know you get shaky footage because you have something small that doesn't weigh a lot and you just get kind of jittery video. Part of the reason I run a battery grip on my camera, besides the extra battery life, is it makes it heavier and just gives it some more weight so it doesn't move around as much. Was looking at shoulder rigs and steady cams and that sort of thing, and they were all kind of expensive, and my brother Tate is handy, so decided we could try and build one. And rather than being normal and using plans or anything that exists on the internet, we decided to just go to Home Depot, buy pieces, and build one ourselves. So we got some of this, I think it's aluminum tubing, although I could be wrong, and some of these little plates right here, and some screws and nuts and bolts, and took them home and took a saw and put it all together, just kind of eyeballing it and having a general sense for what we wanted the end product to be. So it's not perfect. There's a few things that I would change going back and doing it differently, and it looks a little ghetto. I might spray paint it black, or I might just buy a real one for some of the projects I have coming up, but it works, and it worked great for the video we had. I'll post pictures of it, some pictures that I can take with this when I'm not filming me and if I'm not hitting myself in the head with it, so you can get a better sense for exactly how it ended up getting put together. We have just kind of the general extended portion that goes from the back to the front, which has a decent bit of weight into it and has enough length that you can rest it on your shoulder and have it, your handle be at a comfortable distance from your shoulder. So the idea with that was just kind of seeing where would be a comfortable place to put it. You might want yours shorter, you might want yours longer, so that's kind of up to you. Then you have a handle. We decided to go with one handle, partially for the sake of have a focusing hand, so the number of times where I'm planning on having both hands free to do this is limited, and I don't really plan on shooting left-handed and focusing with my right hand, so that's why we put the handle on this side. And the way we ended up attaching it, it actually folds in, which is kind of nice when you have to transport it. Although it's still huge, it's just flatter. So yeah, so you have a handle. I'm not entirely sure why you want cross pieces like this if you aren't mounting anything on it, unless you were using them as other handles, which you could do, or makes it look like an airplane. You could chop those. I might chop them so they're a little less likely to poke someone's eye out, but a lot of the other ones had it, so we just left that piece long like that. And then what we ended up doing for a way to mount it is on this center strip, we just cut or drilled a hole for a 1/4 screw, machine screw, which is the same screw as a tripod uses. So you take one of these screws, it goes through the hole, and it goes right into the bottom of your camera. The problem we had at first was the camera was wanting to rotate on the plate because there isn't a whole ton of friction. Solution for about 50 cents was buy, in this case, 2 rubber washers because it was the perfect length. Put them on there, on that side, and then when you put the camera on, it clamps down and it doesn't want to move at all. So as far as just camera stability, it's a good option. So yeah, that's the shoulder rig and how we decided to do that. 1/4 screw, you know, comfortable. The one downside of doing it metal is that it's kind of heavy, which doesn't seem bad at first until you're doing extended shots in one position for a long time, and eventually you just end up like, my arm's wearing out. And I've seen some people build them with PVC, which might be nice as well. I have no personal experience with that, but you could always try that. So this is the shoulder rig. It works. Yay. Also, this is my first time testing my new FiO E3 amp sound solution, so hopefully this sounds better than the previous videos have. If not, then so yeah, subscribe, check me out, let me know what you think. Thank you very much.
Bye.